Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Fnia, another story. Now this is my third time trying to record this video, and a reason for that is OBS, the software on my laptop that I use to record the videos, has been acting weird today. And I like this, I hope works, and yeah. Um, but basically, what happened last episode was that um we got a gun put apart to our head, and that's where we left off, pretty much. So yeah, let's get back into this. Make at least one sound, and we'll sing goodbye to you, boy. Damn. So now you're slowly walking from where you came from. If you say something, you will die. If you try to escape or do something unnecessary, you will die. The man pushed me away from him. Then turned around and went to the main hall. Now I finished playing, I got up and walked away from the piano, turned to the dolls and slowly bowed. Brian Chica laughed a little. Faye looked away with displeasure. Big deal. Come on, Freddy. I also deserve recognition. Yes, but also... Murder! I heard a painfully familiar voice and turned to its source. The man was standing in the main hall with John at gunpoint. Damn it, I warned him. I looked at the dolls standing next to me. They were obviously surprised and probably a little scared. Oh yeah, another thing is this episode will contain, some graphic, words. Well, not graphic words, but graphic, stuff. Like, it will say graphic stuff. It won't show anything, but it's just gonna say it. And I'm only doing one ending to this game, because my save files on this game are also really messed up right now. So, yeah, this will be the final episode of the series. So, yeah. I jumped down from the stage and stood at a certain distance from the man. Thought he wanted to follow me, but I looked at her stonily. Thereby, I stopped and heard. Looking at the man, I noticed how he pointed a gun at me. At that moment, time seemed to slow down. I watched the movement of his hand and looked at him carefully. Noticing how his finger began to press on the trigger, I figured out where I could get away from the shot. Contrary to popular opinion, a bullet fired from a weapon does not fly exactly straight but slightly at an angle. But I didn't know which way the bullet would deviate, and I decided to rely on my gut. When the sound of the shot sounded, I deviated to the right side and calmly dodged the shot. He didn't fire a second time. If he had fired several times in a row, I would probably have been lying on the floor, bleeding. Turned around, I looked where the bullet hit, in the wall. I also noticed that everyone who was currently in the building came out to see what was happening. Well, well, Acolyte makes itself felt, doesn't it? Fuck you, James. How rude. In other respects, I should not have expected anything else from you. So I'm talking, we both know why you came here. Slowly reached for my pistols out, and how you will all end. Humbly pulling out my pistols and pointing them at James, but he then covered himself with John. Which is why I did not shoot. If he hadn't been behind John, he would have been choked on his blood by now. I won't let the scumbag die quickly. You shouldn't do this, Alex, otherwise your friend may not live to see the morning. Yes? Well, shoot him. I don't care about him. Hey! I knew you'd say that. Not necessarily enough to lose my cover. I'm sorry, John. I had to try. I noticed the way this freak looked at Bonnie. He quickly looked up her down and turned his attention to me. But you care about her. What if? Don't you even think about it, James. I'll not look at the fact that you're hiding behind John and just shoot him. You know what caliber of bullets in my pistol will pass on departure. You become attached to her, haven't you? It's only been several nights since you saw her. How did you find out? Alex, I'm not stupid enough to go on a mission without being prepared. Old friend gave me remote access to security cameras in this building. You're lying. They are disabled. No, my friend, they are connected to the working computers. These cameras are turned on 24/7. Come on, James, we're not going to just shoot on such a place. And in the presence of ladies, which is Alex. James looked alternatively at the girls who were standing on stage and then turned his gaze to me. After standing for a while and continuing to aim at each other, James slowly relaxed again. I also made the same. Every year, right, Alex, but the task must be completed. It is necessary to do something. This conversation can't go on forever. One of us is going to die today. If only John had somehow distracted him, I would have been able to strike the first blow. Doing something right now is fraught with John's death. My team, I need a line from mechanic. I looked at John and nodded to him. He nodded back at me. After a few seconds, he turned around sharply, grabbed James by the arm, and pulled him towards himself. Quickly ran up to James, pushed John away from me. During this time, James managed to point a gun at me. This is not a very good problem. Making a sharp lunge, I took his hand and directed it at the ceiling. After that, a shot followed. Someone will have to clean up everything here after us. I firmly held his hand, which had a gun in it, not allowing him in. James wanted to answer me somehow, but he didn't really succeed. With his other hand, he swung to strike at me. I caught his fist with my free hand, and we just started looking at each other. No matter how much I hate what the family did to me, I must admit that in such situations, it has helped me a lot. Admit it, James. I consistently cause them to fall on me. No matter how hard you try. In the moment, I snatched the gun from his hands, but instead of ending everything here and now, I landed another kick, but this time on James' face, which caused him to completely fall to the floor. You can't beat me in hand-to-hand combat. To move away from him a few steps, I began to disassemble his gun. And yeah, again, I'm sorry guys, that I may take like a couple breaks during this. And that is because of OBS. So yeah. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna fix this issue. I may look for a different like video software if this keeps happening. I'm stronger than you? Pulling the magazine out of the gun, I jumped out how many bullets were left in it, and then just scattered them on the floor. I'm faster than you. When completely disassembled the gun, I threw my hands to the sides and scattered the parts on the floor so that they were more difficult to put together. I have better reflexes. Coach him, I began to walk slowly around him with a smile on my face, not taking my eyes off him. Can you give up right away? He didn't answer me. He just got to his feet without a word. Well, one idiot. He will try until the end. Oh, dude, come on, attack. Coming back and wait. Kill him now. No, it's not so interesting. It's necessary to show him in front of new acquaintances, right? As I expected, James attacked first. He just decided to hit me with a right hook. It's not very difficult for me to calmly dodge his blow as well as from the following ones. We were slowly moving closer to the center of this hall, and I'm starting to get bored of it. Maybe I should put on a show, why not? Waiting for him to strike another blow, I caught his fist and pulled him towards me. Moving a little to the side, I tripped him up, and when he began to fall, I sent him to the nearest table. When he came into contact with the nearest table, he knocked over both it and the chair standing next to it. Strike, haha. I went over to the overturned table and, holding my hands behind my back, began to watch James. This time he got up quite quickly and did not wait, but immediately began to fight. I think I'm starting to make him angry, and everyone knows that when a person is angry, he loses composure faster. What was I do? Dodging his blow, I began to look around. But when I started doing this, I didn't notice the table standing behind me. Laying on it, I kicked James in the stomach with both feet. Because of this, he staggered back a few steps. Then this time, I jumped on the table. So, James, I have the high ground. You underestimate me. Some Star Wars references. Now, like I said, I don't know what is happening with my OBS software. All he could think of was to pull the tablecloth onto so that I fell. This was not to be. When he took hold of the tablecloth, I did backflip. Oh wait, did I already do that? Done this maneuver, I tried very hard to land on my feet and not break my neck. He was very surprised by his extravagance. I grinned and walked away. I should have done with him by now, but I'm sure they won't let me kill him. Seems that the desk in the office is bolted to the floor. I wish I hadn't forgotten them. Found the inside pocket of my jacket, I felt handcuffs in it. Let's go. I'll fasten his feet to the table, but I need to reach it first. So as calmly and easily as possible, dodged out his blow and almost reached the office. I just didn't want to hit back. I knew that right now I could kill him with 3 quick movements. Once at the office itself, I did not notice one of his blows, or rather I dodged one of his blows, but the second one will fly right into my chest if I don't do anything. I won't have time to dodge. God, if only my jeans could stand it. I abruptly sat down on the splits, thereby very much surprising James. Once to the side, I quickly got up and shook myself off. Since our last meeting, my strength and skills have doubled. Wonderful. The higher you lift your nose, the more painful you will fall. When I entered the office, I stood in front of me and laid on the table, waiting for James to strike. I knocked him to the floor and shoved him to the table. He tried to escape, but when I took out the gun and pointed at him, he stopped trying to escape and just started looking at me in silence. Well, that's it, James. When you came to me, you signed your own death sentence. Great, Alex, and now kill him. I looked at her, smiled, and slowly nodded my head. That's what I was going to do, otherwise you'll not leave me alone. Wait, don't do this. You can't do that. He wants it, but for some reason he did not do it before, although he had a chance and not one. It's so easy to take and deprive a person of life. Who are you to decide who to live and who to die? Just do it. So I'm standing there and looking at him. Alex, please don't. My God, everything's already decided, right? I'll decide what to do with him. I carefully put away my gun. It's a pain to spend even bullets on a creature like you. This freak can't get away from here so easily, and if I don't kill him, I will definitely hurt him. It's a good thing that I'm carrying a knife with me besides my 2 pistols. I pushed aside Mango and Spoon Martin, who said next to me, and approached James almost slightly. I slowly took my knife out of the special attachment of my shoe, ran my finger along the blade, carefully sharpened. Slightly torn it in my hand, I took it with a reverse grip. Now it remains to decide exactly where to stick the knife, or rather in which area of James' body. Alex, what are you up to? Everyone came to see it. Well, it's their choice. I squatted down next to James and put the knife into his stomach. Bayonet, knife, M9. Army. No, you already know that, James. You've seen him a couple of times. Slowly as possible, I began to plunge the knife into his stomach. He shot, of course. It's very painful for him, and on the contrary, it's very pleasant for me to listen and see how he suffers. Notice that practically all the bullets turned away and did not look at it. What I was doing with them. Only 3 did not turn away. By Marine sprang by. I stood in the doorway, looking down on the floor. It was not very pleasant for me to watch, and even more painful to listen to all this. Fancy was standing next to me and holding my hand. Looking at her, I noticed that she just turned away and looked at the wall. When everything went quiet, I thought that Alice had finished off this man, but it turned out he just wanted him. I moved closer to Alice, trying not to step in his burning pool of blood. Pain and shock, he passed out. Maybe it's for the best. He was very lucky. If he was conscious, I would have continued. Believe me, I have a witch imagination. Yes, Fart, there's nothing to talk about. Alex took out his phone and popped someone. Hey, honey, are you busy right now? Listen, check in now at... Yes, it's nothing special. It's just necessary to take someone to the hospital. I don't tie up a bleeding man in my Lamborghini. You're the police officer, so let's work. Okay, wait now, I love you. Alex put the phone away and rolled against the office wall. Looking at all of us, he said with regret, I'm sorry that you have witnessed this event. Sorry about that. Buying care that Alex had just done. As always, she came up to him joyfully. The girls began to disperse. There was only Marie, who stood in the doorway in the office and looked at Alex seriously. This man was talking about Acolyte, was it? This is certainly not how I want to tell about it, and definitely not for you. Please? Okay, Acolyte is a program that was conducted in the family. Our goal is to make a human more powerful with the help of various improvements of the human body. Strong, fast, so on. No, it wasn't a program. You deceived us. It was an experiment of human cognition. You participated in this experiment, didn't you? This was one of my biggest mistakes. There was 10 of us, 10 people, all the youngest participants, and they were afraid that I might not be able to stand it. What did they do to you? Outside, took off his jacket and turned his back to us. Still inside, he pointed a finger at his neck, came closer and saw needle-like footprints and small symmetrical scars. Oh no! Turned to us, he completely pulled up the sleeves of his t-shirt. They were exactly the same marks in the area of his veins as on his neck. There was a tattoo on his shirt, the bright red numbers 03 and the inscription Acolyte at the bottom of them. What's this tattoo? Once he returns to normal shape, he put on his jacket and continued the story. The tattoo is my number, 10 people on the third. I do not know what exactly they gave us. Dizziness, headache, absent-mindedness, and other symptoms were present. Over time, I began to notice that the other 9 people seemed to be different. They paid almost no attention to each other, didn't talk much, and generally behaved strangely. I started behaving the same way, just so that no one would suspect that something was wrong. We were trained in time to use various weapons. One day, they decided to test us. They gave us a task. I just needed to eliminate one person. Did you do it? Yes, I reported this to the family. They told me only one phrase, come back. At that moment, I was thinking, am I free? And decided to run away. They didn't stop looking for me, and today they found it. I'm afraid of harming those whom I do not want to harm. From all this I think I started to go crazy. It's horrible. Before the police arrived, I managed to wash everything off blood and put everything away. Bonnie and Alex were sitting on the entrance and talking about something. Eventually, I went just in time to arrive. As I approached the exit, I expected to see a policeman go on the street close. Alex! Hello, Alice. He kissed her and pointed his hand in the direction of the office. So this is how she looks. Taking him by the elbow, she went to the office. They were talking about something as they walked, but I didn't listen to them. Bonnie tried to stay close to Alex, but when she got too close to Alice stared at her sternly, which made Bonnie move away a little. I didn't go into the office and stop Bonnie where she wanted to go. Maybe you shouldn't. Bonnie ignored me and walked into the office. I decided not to interfere, whatever happens there. It was unexpected, as if sorry, so like the encoder or like something is like overloaded. We didn't listen to Marie. We just didn't believe. This incident did not change my opinion about him. He was defending himself. He definitely wants nothing to happen to Bonnie. Yes, but I noticed how the girl who came to Alex was looking at Bonnie. Seems she doesn't really want Bonnie to be with Alex. I noticed that Alex, along with Bonnie and Alice, were approaching the exit. Then suddenly injured James and found her own. When she reached the exit, Alex hugged Alex and went outside. Alex looked at me and waved at me. I have to go and definitely don't know if we'll see each other again. See ya. Bye, John. As I approached Alex, I noticed that Bonnie looked a little upset. Oh, come on, I'll be back, I promise. Otherwise, how will I take it from you? Alex took a small stone out of his pocket and gave it to Bonnie. It was a ruby. She smiled and hugged him. Goodbye, lover girl. Come on, John. Alex convinced me completely not to my house. I started to get a little worried because I thought that maybe I would be robbed. Nope, I'm just fucking worried. Alex took me somewhere out of town. We drove for about 15 minutes and arrived at a set of private houses. Alex stopped in front of one of the houses and drove into the garage. Welcome to our headquarters. Cozy. Are all these your cars? I thought I already told you that there are 8 of us here. Someone has 1 car, someone has 2. How much does it all cost? Millions of dollars, John. Okay, let's get down to business. We need a mechanic. You kinda know about cars and don't ask unnecessary questions. You learn so much about me, so have him report me to the police. I suggest you to join my team. If you refuse, I'll find another mechanic. In fact, it's easy. What do you say? What happened to the previous mechanic? Will the answer he died in a car accident suit you? Quite. He died in a car accident. In fact, I really want to join them. Maybe this is my chance to change my life. but only for the better or for the worse. You know, I agree. You do understand that we're all criminals, right? Well, Alice is in the police, but at the same time, on the side of crime. It doesn't matter. Life is different on the other side of the law, John. Yes, I understand. In other case, welcome to the team. Let's go introduce you to the others. Here my new life begins, so definitely be more interesting. And that's it. I'll go ahead and read this, and yeah. I'm sorry that this video, or like these past couple videos, or maybe future videos even, um, are gonna be a little messed up. I'm gonna see what I can do about the software, because it was not acting up as badly as now, and yeah. But I hope you enjoyed the series, everyone. So I'll read this real quick. Well, have you really read to the end? I think that some people stopped reading it somewhere on the second night. Probably noticed that in this novel, the selections are only at the end. In general, it's intended that way. Maybe someone didn't care about it. Maybe someone didn't like it. I don't know. It's to your choice. John joined the criminal world. Don't worry, he liked it there. No, seriously, right now he's getting acquainted with the other members of Alex's team. Although I would call it a gang. He decided not to listen to either Springby or Mangle. Did you think it would be different? Or did you think it would be some kind of compromise? Though if you think about it, it is. Try other choices. Other events will happen in our seams. And then, new life. And with that, we have got the new life and then of this game. Um, and that's it for the series. I do not plan on doing the other endings of this game, as said. Because that's a lot of stuff to get through, and that will be like so many more episodes. But don't worry, we will be back, um, with the second, um, series of this, um, soon, possibly. It all depends on what the developer of this game intends to release the full game. Um, but hopefully it is connected to this game, and I think it may be. Um, and yeah, so I highly suggest you to go check out this game, and like before, it's gonna be in the description down below. Also, if you like this video and want to see more videos like it, please press subscribe, press the like button, ring the notification bell, stay tuned for more videos in the future, and have a good day everyone.